Welcome back, football fans! It's been another wild 24 hours in the world of football, from fresh transfer rumors at Manchester United to Barcelona's financial headaches to Pep Guardiola being urged to move on from City. We've got it all covered for you, right here, right now. Let's dive in. The football world was thrown into a frenzy this week after Turki Al-Sheikh, chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, posted a cryptic message online hinting that Manchester United might be close to finalizing a sale to a new investor. Al-Sheikh expressed his hope that the potential new owner would be better than the previous ones, and while the authenticity of his claim remains uncertain, his words immediately set social media ablaze. Fans and pundits alike began asking the obvious question: are the Glazers finally preparing to walk away? And if so, what does that mean for Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the British billionaire who only just secured a 27.7% stake in the club in 2024? For context, Al-Sheikh isn't just any observer. He's one of the most powerful figures in global sports and entertainment. So when he drops a hint about Manchester United, people listen. Interestingly, his comments came just days after English media outlets reported that United were in talks to arrange a mid-season friendly in Saudi Arabia, adding even more intrigue to the speculation. Bruno Fernandes has become one of the hottest names on the Saudi transfer radar. Al Hilal reportedly made a staggering £100 million offer for the Portuguese midfielder this summer, an offer Bruno turned down, insisting that he wanted to stay at Manchester United. At 31, a January departure seems unlikely, especially with the 2026 World Cup on the horizon. But next summer could be a different story. With just 1 year left on his contract by then, United are expected to lower their asking price to around £60 million, according to TalkSport. Saudi clubs are still watching closely. Manager Ruben Amorim may also be open to letting Bruno go. Having brought in two players who thrive in Bruno's preferred role, Amorim has redeployed his captain in a deeper position, a change that's clearly limited his impact in the final third. In 8 matches so far, Bruno has yet to register an assist and has found the net only twice. It's a sign that his influence is fading, at least within Amorim's evolving system. Despite generating nearly €1 billion in revenue, Barcelona's financial headaches are far from over. The latest financial report for the 2024-25 season reveals the club still owes a massive €159.1 million to other clubs from past transfers, deals with €140.6 million of that due within the next 12 months. It's a sobering reminder that, even as revenues rise, Barca's short-term debt remains a heavy burden. Here's a look at some of the biggest outstanding payments. Leeds United are still waiting on €41.9 million from the Rafinha deal. Bayern Munich are owed €20 million for Robert Lewandowski. Sevilla have yet to receive €24.5 million for Jules Koundé. Manchester City are awaiting €13.3 million from the Ferran Torres transfer. Real Betis are still missing €8 million from the Emerson Royal deal. And the list goes on with smaller unpaid sums scattered across clubs like Girona, Valencia, Sporting Lisbon, and Genk. Even if Barca manages to clear all these obligations within the year, they'll still be roughly €100 million in debt. Cole Palmer's international hopes have taken another hit. The Chelsea star has been left out of Thomas Tuchel's England squad for this month's international fixtures due to a lingering groin injury, an issue that's been haunting him since the start of the season. It's not the first time Palmer's been absent. Out of 7 England call-ups since his debut, he's been included only twice. This season, he's had a sluggish start, appearing in just 3 of Chelsea's 7 Premier League games and scoring only once. Thomas Tuchel, who now leads the England national team, urged Palmer to take his recovery seriously, warning that this kind of injury can easily become chronic. And if it does, it could threaten Palmer's dream of playing at the 2026 World Cup. Speaking ahead of England's friendly against Wales, Tuchel didn't hide his concern. The last time he joined us was back in June, and that's worrying. First and foremost, he needs to fully recover. Groin injuries are tricky. They can become long-term problems if not handled properly. We all know Cole's potential and quality, but the truth is, he's missed 5 of our last 7 camps, and there are only 2 more before the World Cup. For Palmer, time is running out. His talent isn't in question, it's his fitness that could make or break his World Cup dream. Vinicius Jr. has broken his silence after a wave of controversy surrounding his personal life, posting a heartfelt open letter on social media. He wrote, "Virginia is an incredible woman, a wonderful mother, someone I deeply care about. Since we met, she's flown to Madrid 3 times, leaving behind her work and her own life just to be by my side. Even though we were never officially a couple, we've always shared a bond from the heart. I failed to give her the care and respect she deserved, and I want to apologize publicly, from the bottom of my heart. I've realized that a real relationship can only exist when there's honesty, trust, and mutual respect. I want to start over without lies or pretenses." The apology comes after a series of leaked messages revealed that the Real Madrid star had been in contact with Ana Silva and another woman while also seeing Virginia Fonseca. Screenshots showed friendly and sometimes intimate exchanges, including plans for meetups and arguments over scheduling. Adding fuel to the fire, Brazilian outlet Leo Dias also published private messages between Vinicius and two 8-year-old Italian model De Magalhães, who boasts nearly 500,000 followers on Instagram. In a recent interview with F3, Real Madrid's young midfielder Franco Mastantuono couldn't hide his admiration for Lionel Messi. "Leo just needs one look to know exactly where you should be," he said. "He's the best coach you can possibly have on the field. Playing with him is so easy. I just try to watch, learn, and understand how he moves so I can adapt my game. You've got to think fast, but he makes everything feel so simple." The 7-year-old also opened up about his emotional memories of the 2022 World Cup final. "I still remember that match against France like it was yesterday. I watched it with my friends. We always watched Argentina's games together in the same house, wearing the same shirts for good luck. It was one of the most emotional moments of my life." The Copa Libertadores win with River Plate in Madrid and that World Cup title, those are the two happiest moments I've ever had in football, even though I wasn't playing. It was such a special day. And now, to share a locker room with the guys who became world champions. That's every Argentinian kid's dream. Mastantuono is currently in Miami with the Argentina national team, preparing for upcoming friendlies against Venezuela and Puerto Rico, a chance for the next generation to train alongside their hero. After nearly a decade at Manchester City, Pep Guardiola has been urged to consider a fresh start, and the advice comes from one of his closest allies. Carlos Planchart, Guardiola's former performance analyst at Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and City, believes it's time for Pep to recharge and reinvent himself. "I think a project should last 5 or 6 years, no more," Planchart told reporters. "Afterwards, you have to regenerate. As a friend, I would tell him to look for a new project because he still has a long way to go." Planchart left City last season, ending almost 2 decades of collaboration with Guardiola. Having witnessed Pep's relentless pursuit of perfection up close, he believes burnout is inevitable without a break. Guardiola's contract runs until 2027, but he's previously hinted at taking a long sabbatical once his time at City ends. And while there's no official sign of departure yet, the words from one of his most trusted colleagues suggest that even those closest to him feel the Guardiola era at Manchester City is slowly reaching its final chapter. Barcelona are already planning a major rebuild for the summer of 2026, and at the top of their wish list sits one name, Lautaro Martinez. According to journalist Ekrem Konur, the Inter Milan striker has been identified by sporting director Deco as the ideal centerpiece for the club's next great attacking project. With Robert Lewandowski expected to either leave or move into a backup role, head coach Hansi Flick wants a world-class striker to lead his new tactical system. Lautaro fits the bill perfectly, experienced, clinical, and consistent, with over 180 career goals at club level. Deco reportedly sees him as the player who can become the new face of Camp Nou, especially heading into the club's next presidential election cycle. The biggest obstacle, of course, is financial. Barcelona would likely need to sell a major star to afford the 9-figure deal. But despite the challenges, both Flick and Deco remain convinced Lautaro Martinez is the key to bringing Barca back to the top of European football. And that wraps up today's biggest football headlines from around the world. If you enjoyed the update, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned because in football, the next big story is always just around the corner.